Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Jellybean Travels. Today, I'll be talking about my latest trip, which was to Uluru for my birthday. Now, you may be wondering, why did I choose Uluru? The thing is, Uluru has always really called to me. You know, it's so beautiful, it's sacred, it's so spiritual, so it's always called me. However, every time I looked at sort of going, it was quite expensive, and I thought, I might as well go overseas for that price, and I would go overseas. However, this trip was for my birthday, a big birthday, so I was like, you know what, no matter the price, I will go, because again, I've always felt called to it. Now guys, I do have to say that this is one of my favorite holidays I've ever been on. I don't think it was just because of the location. Like, the location obviously was a huge part of it, but this trip, I'm not too sure why, but I just made so many friends. I made friends as I got on the plane, as I got on the bus, as in my hostel. Like, I just made a lot of friends everywhere, and I was talking to everyone, hanging out with everyone. It was really cool and fun. I had a lot of fun. I know I said that I was worried about the price because every time I looked into it, it was quite expensive. However, I had no idea, but there's actually a hostel in Uluru. Traveling to Uluru is really easy. It's like there's one giant tourist village kind of, so it's like a big roundabout. It's like a big cul-de-sac. So around it has all the accommodation, and the accommodation is, camping, hostels, low scale hotels, mid scale, more expensive, and it's just in this one kind of circle. You can walk everywhere. Not to Uluru itself, because this village is about like a 15-20 minute drive from the actual national park. But yeah, it's very easy to get around. As soon as you land, there's a bus that takes everyone to, around that roundabout that I was talking about. If you look at it, you can see it on a map. It's pretty cool. The main things I wanted to do on this trip is I wanted to hike, I wanted to see the sky, and I also wanted to try native Australian foods, like indigenous foods, like the ingredients that they use and stuff like that. And I was able to do all those three things. So once I arrived at Uluru, I was talking to people, and they're like, oh, the bus is completely booked out for tomorrow to go into the national park. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I had not booked a bus, because guys, there's no public transport, there's no taxis, there's nothing like this. Like, you have to pay for a hop on hop off bus. So it was like $55 just for one day, and that's to go there and come back from Uluru. But I went, everyone's like, oh, it's completely booked out. I'm like, please don't, because tomorrow's the only day I plan to go to the national park. What am I to do? So then I quickly went on my phone, it said it was completely booked out, and I was like, are you kidding me? However, at the tourist village, there is a tool little shop with all the different tools, and you can tours all the different, I've said that word too much now, it sounds weird, but all the different trips and things you can do. So I went there to the hop on hop off desk. I had to wait 20 minutes because they weren't there. They were on a break. There was a little sign, and then I was like, hey, I really need to get to Uluru tomorrow, and they're like, oh yeah, that's fine. And I was like, oh, online they said it was booked out, and they said, oh no, that's just the 6 a.m. sunrise tour, but there's a bus available at 9. And I said, oh, that's good, that's probably better for me anyway. So again, that was $55 just to get there and get back. So total 40-minute drive, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back, which is insane. But I guess they can do that. They can charge what they want. And then another thing is that you need a national park pass. So it was $38 for 3 days. Yeah, $38 for 3 days. But yeah, so the first day I did the ULURU base walk, and guys, it is completely flat. It is not like a hike. I thought it was going to be a hike, or I didn't know what I thought it was going to be, but it's completely flat. There was people in wheelchairs completing it, and it goes for 3 hours. It is a 3-hour hike, but there are toilets throughout. I think there's like 4 different stops for toilets and water. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. So yeah, I just was walking around at my own pace, enjoying myself, listening to music. Even for half of it, I took my headphones off and I just was enjoying the silence and the wind, and yeah, it was really, really beautiful. Some parts of ULURU itself is actually sacred, so you can't take videos or photos, which is awesome. The reason they did that, I read, is that those parts of ULURU actually tell stories, and those stories need to be handed down via mouth. They cannot be shown in pictures, and that's how the stories are told. They have to be handed down by elders, which is really cool. I forgot to mention I stayed at the Outback Hotel for 4 nights, and again that was a hostel, and it was about $50 a night, so it was about $200 for the whole stay. It was really nice. The beds were comfy. It was really warm. The heater was on the whole time, and there's even like a little plug for yourself. And then above, like the top bunks also had a shelf, which I think would be very beneficial for the top bunks. And yeah, I could not complain. It was just, it's clean. It was nice. It was just one of the best hostels probably I've been to, fulfilled all the needs. The hostel room I picked was four female, so there was me and 3 other girls. Sometimes it wasn't, sometimes it was me and 1 other girl, but like max, me and 3 other girls. There was also like, I think, a 20-person dorm for females and males, but that was booked out and turned out to be about the same price as the 4-person anyway, so yeah. I also went and did the sunset tour, which was really nice. It was about, I think I had discounts and had some, like, the website I booked on, like, some money from them, so it cost me $70, but I think it's about $90 to $100 normally, which was really nice. I didn't know what I was expecting again, but ULURU, man, she will put on a show. She is gorgeous. The colors that you see, sunset thing. I made another friend. She was an 85-year-old woman from the UK, and we had the best time together. We got a little wine drunk and had some snacks, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I also, one of the nights at the Outback Hotel where I stayed, Outback Lodge, they do cook your own barbecue, and so you just pick what meat you want and you cook it, and then there's also a salad bar that you can pick from that's included in that price. But we ended up getting like a mixed meat plate, so it was 1 camel, 1 kangaroo, and 1 emu. Hated them. I hated it, but I can say that I did it now, and that's what I like to live by, is just I've done it, and I can say I've tried it and I hated it. Also, there are a ton of free activities that you can do. There's like paint your own animals, and it's like little wood animals that you can paint, like Aboriginal paintings kind of, which is a lot of fun. And then there was also like a bush tucker talk, there was also a bush talk, there was also like a garden walk, like there was so much different stuff. I really like the bush tucker talk because you learn about the different indigenous like foods, how they hunt, how they gather, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. They also had a little taste test there of jam for one of the berries, which is really cool. And then on my final day, I did the Native Australian high tea, which was fun because again I wanted to try the native ingredients. However, if you wanted to do a dinner and a sunset, it's looking like $300-400. So that was just so much. Whereas the native Australian high tea was about, I think it was $91 or something, which is much more affordable. It came with 9 different little foods, and guys, it was so incredible. There was not one thing that I was like, oh yuck, like what the hell is that? It was all like, oh yum, that was good. There was some that I bit and I was like surprised, but then like I was like, oh yum, like this is actually really good. Guys, I really just had a blast, and I would highly recommend to any of you to go. Like, Uluru is beautiful, and like even the people that work there, everyone was gorgeous and so sweet. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. I hope you have a great day, a great night. Thank you. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.